The Democrats lost the House as inflation rose to once-in-a-generation levels, dragging the president's approval rating down in 2023. President Biden trying to convince the country that his administration's policies were working.
Projects that are going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America.
Speaker Mike Johnson reportedly pleading with his colleagues for decorum this week after multiple instances of heckling from members like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert here in recent years. Joining us now is Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. Senator, it's always good to see you. The stakes have never been higher for President Biden. What issues would you like to see the president hit tonight?
Good morning. Well, I'm sure he's going to try and put as much lipstick on this pig as he possibly can, but I don't think he'll succeed. I think the number one issue right now in America is his open border policy. Americans need to recognize that he has all the authority he needs to close the border. He just wants an open one. So, from my standpoint, that's going to be the top issue in this campaign because there's nothing humane about his open border policy. It facilitates drug trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking. We see these, caravans of military-age men coming to this country from China, all accumulating in the Darien Gap in Panama. This is a clear and present danger to this nation. But in addition to that, I'm sure he'll claim that inflation's down. The problem is the 40-year high inflation he sparked with that massive deficit spending when we didn't need to do that as a stimulus when he came to the administration. That's basically made your dollar that you held at the start of the Biden administration worth only 85 cents. That is pain that every American continues to feel. It's not going away. They simply can't increase their wages to make up for it. So this administration has been a disaster for this country. I think Americans recognize that.
Yeah, we'll see how much he touches on immigration since that new Gallup poll just this week just said it is the top concern for American voters. Another poll I wanted to mention, a recent Associated Press poll found that 63% of voters are concerned by President Biden's mental fitness. Will a strong performance tonight be enough to convince those who are worried to rehire him and give him another chance?
Well, first of all, I'm surprised it's only 63%. I mean, it's been obvious for years that the president is in mental decline. I think it's also been obvious that he's unfit for office just from the standpoint of the corruption of the Biden crime family. But no, I don't think he's going to be able to make up for it, even if he looks strong this evening. People see the clip after clip after clip. That's not going away.
A lot of pressure, of course, and a lot of expectations for the president tonight. But I also wonder about, what about the expectations for Republican lawmakers who will be in that crowd? I understand Speaker Johnson held that closed-door discussion this week trying to crack down on heckling and asked Republicans to be respectful tonight.
Well, we always should be respectful. I'm not into heckling. That should not be part of this. We should listen respectfully. But in the end, we need to challenge what he's saying. Again, he's going to try and paint a rosy scenario here, and it's not a rosy scenario. Americans are really feeling the harm of the policies that this administration has implemented that are literally destroying this country. Again, the open borders, the 40-year high inflation, the war on fossil fuels, the embarrassing and dangerous surrender in Afghanistan. All these things have weakened America, emboldened our enemies. That's why you see people like Putin invade Ukraine, why you see the Ayatollahs ramping up the terrorism in the Middle East. America needs to be strong, but it starts with economic strength. It starts with reducing our deficit spending. And we're not doing that at all. There's no end in sight to these massive deficits caused by this massive deficit spending.
And speaking of spending, my last question to you, sir, before I let you go. Your colleague, Republican Senator Joni Ernst, is one of the lawmakers actually trying to stop the State of the Union from even happening tonight, saying it's because you don't even have a national security package from the president or his budget for the upcoming fiscal year. Do you support that move?
Well, it's going to happen. Personally, I'd rather have presidents just submit their State of the Union in writing, but they like the limelight and the TV camera, so that's not going to happen. So, again, the State of the Union will occur. I'm hoping there will be no violence. I see they're putting up all the security fences. That's unfortunate that our nation has descended to this time of dystopia where that's required. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, well, we'll be watching closely, as will you. Senator Ron Johnson, thank you as always for joining me. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.